This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Good Thursday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresko. Your top stories in just one moment, but first a look at traffic and weather with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, another day of temperatures in the 60s and 70s this afternoon.
Yeah, I actually double-checked our climatological averages. Average high temperature for this date is 81 degrees.
Well below that.
Yeah, so we're running a little low, but to reach an average, you have to have some highs and have to have some lows, and we are confident that summer returns this weekend. So there's that.
Well, June and July were so hot.
They were. This is kind of a nice break.
Got to even it out.
Yeah. Let's take a look at traffic, shall we? And traffic is not running too bad right now. You can see here Northampton to Springfield, I-91 is fine, although there is a bit of a slowdown. 291 merge here with 91, so just an FYI that is happening. But otherwise, 391 seems to be running fine, and we're not seeing any problems from Blandford to Brimfield on the Mass Pike. Let's take a look at weather, shall we? And as I mentioned, we're well below average in terms of temperatures, but we're also right about where we expected today. High temperatures are in the low, or current temperatures are in the low to mid 70s. 75 in Greenfield and Springfield, 72 Westfield and Orange, and 71 right now in Northampton. We've got the whirling and swirling storm center well to our north, and it continues to kind of spin around there in southern Canada, just to the northwest of Maine. And with that said, it's spinning these clouds in our direction. The one difference today is that it's drier. We're not seeing any significant scattered showers. It could be a scattered sprinkle through sunset, but that's about it. And our weather looks dry for most of the weekend. We'll update with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
A worker has died after a rock edge collapsed on an excavator at a quarry in Sterling this morning. According to the Worcester District Attorney's Office, the incident happened just before 8 a.m. Crews continue to work to recover the body. The U.S. Department of Labor Mine Safety and Health Administration are currently investigating and inspecting the site to determine the safety moving forward with retrieval efforts. The Onyx Corporation, the owners of that site, said that it would be closing all its locations this weekend. President Joe Biden has approved a federal emergency declaration for parts of Connecticut in the aftermath of catastrophic damage caused by historic rainfall. Over a dozen streets remain closed due to road and bridge collapses, and many homes are uninhabitable. Students were scheduled to go back to school next week, but that has been pushed back by at least a week. The National Weather Service is looking at the possibility that Sunday's historic rain event set a record for the most rainfall ever in Connecticut over a 24-hour period. The FDA has approved a new COVID-19 vaccine to fight against the new strains of the virus. The agency approved the shots from both Pfizer and Moderna. They are set to be available within days and target the KP2 strain, which accounts for roughly 3% of all U.S. cases. The CDC recommends that everyone over 6 months old receive an updated COVID vaccine this fall. 2 Canadian rail companies have shut down their rail networks in that country today after unsuccessful negotiations with a major labor union. The Teamsters Union is seeking improved provisions for fatigue, rest, and scheduling, stressing the need for worker safety. The decision sets the stage for an unprecedented rail stoppage that could badly damage the Canadian economy and have a significant effect on cross-border trade with the United States. Back now with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Another cool day today, but we do have a warm-up in store.
Yeah, and in fact, it looks like the warm-up is going to peak right around the time of the weekend. So if you're still looking for summer air, it's coming back here just in time for Saturday and Sunday, and even tomorrow will be warmer. In the meantime, today is opening day of the Cummington Fair. In fact, gates open just after 4 p.m., so here we are. If you're headed to Cummington for the fair, it should be a fine evening for that. Just some scattered clouds here this evening. Temperatures are quickly going to drop back into the 60s and even some 50s here before midnight. So plan on another brisk night, mostly clear with a light breeze. We bottom out in the upper 40s and low 50s here early tomorrow morning. So let's say 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, 48 to 54. That's what we're expecting for an overnight low. Sunshine in the morning, and then in the afternoon, a few scattered clouds, but we're still going to call it a mostly sunny day warmer, a high of 78 to 82. We'll update you on the weekend's weather on 22 News starting at 5.
It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Steven Nedorosik. The American gymnast and Olympian is the first celebrity announced for season 33 of Dancing with the Stars. Known as the pommel horse guy, he captured hearts at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games as part of the U.S. men's gymnastics team, which took home their first team medal in 16 years. The 25-year-old athlete also won the individual bronze medal on the pommel horse. Taylor Swift has posted her first public comments after canceling shows in Vienna after authorities uncovered a plot to attack the crowds. The pop star wrote in part that she was filled with a, quote, new sense of fear and tremendous amount of guilt after being forced to make the difficult decision. She also thanked the officials in Vienna, saying, quote, thanks to them, we were grieving concerts and not lives. After performing several shows in London, Swift's Eras Tour is now on a break before returning to the U.S. in October. Now for a look at what we are working on for 22 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. The FDA has now approved a new COVID-19 vaccine, the latest on the new shot. Plus, the Pioneer Valley Transit Authority is now providing more accurate real-time information for passengers. We'll explain how this could benefit riders. And the Big E starts next week. We'll have a preview of some of the food you can enjoy at the fair, Brian. Love that.
Yeah. You know what? I'm a big fan of the Agawam Lions Club chicken barbecue, and after I eat that, I go to the Massachusetts Maple counter in the Massachusetts building.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it works for me. All right, traffic real quickly here. 91 Northampton to Springfield, pretty good, although there's a slowdown right now in downtown Springfield southbound, not actually fairly close to the 291 merge. Mass Pike is running fine, both east and westbound, and 391 looks okay as well. We'll update weather as we head toward the weekend with the 22 News Storm Team forecast on 22 News at 5.
Okay, Brian, thank you. And thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. Updates anytime with weather and news on our website and the free 22 News app.